I know 19 points is not what you guys want to be down, but take some positive just in that first half that you guys were able to come back and make it close there.
Right. I mean, it was encouraging to see the heart that we had offensively and defensively. We had some big stops there in the second and the third quarter. I mean, we had several 3-and-outs from our defense in the third quarter. But it was, I mean, obviously we dug ourselves in a hole. I had a bad interception there in the first quarter. But I really was proud of how we fought back there in the latter part of the first and then the second quarter.
Now, I know 2 of those touchdowns were fourth quarter, but to not let them score in the third and still 11 points, is this, you know, even without scoring and is this a good step in the right direction? I know it's hard to look at it in a loss like that, but
there's a lot of good to take from this, and the mistakes that we made offensively, especially in the second half, are things that will be easily corrected. These were, I don't want to say it wasn't anything we couldn't have handled. It's just mistakes. I mean, it's things that a couple mental busts here and there, but I mean, we'll look at it on tape, and like I said, these will be easy fixes.
It looked like you specifically early on were reading where you were finding some openings in the running game for yourself. I think you had 124 all of last year. You finished with 90-something tonight. Is that something that, as you got more comfortable, you see things a little bit differently, and maybe that'll be a bigger part of your game this year?
Yeah, it was a part of the offense last year. I think they just gave it to us a lot tonight. Gave us a lot of looks that allowed me to run the ball early on, and they took a lot of that away in the second half. They changed up some of their fronts that forced give reads from me, and but yeah, when my number's called to run the ball, then that's perfectly fine with that.
With them jumping out to that quick lead and you guys able to kind of reassess everything and get right back into the game, I guess how do you use that as a learning experience down the road, and what does it say about the team?
I mean, first and foremost, that we can play with anybody. I mean, that's a Pac-12 team and pretty solid front. They had solid secondary as well, and so just those successful drives, if we can just find that consistency, which I think we will, we can be pretty good. You know, like Coach Bailiff said, we showed flashes of it, but just need to find that consistency. But there was a lot of good to take from it, offensively and defensively.
Did you just get the wind knocked out of you there at the end of the half? And
yeah.
I guess, what did you do at halftime to get ready to get right back in the game?
Yeah, just make a long story short, got the wind knocked out of me. It wasn't anything that was gonna. It came out right before half. I think if that was maybe a different situation, I probably would have tried to stay in or at least come right back out. But no, just got the wind knocked out of me.
Hey, you know what I would like to add too? I forgot. Cam Nawasu's the young man that blocked all 3 of those
Right.
30-point tries.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but I knew it was Cam.
It's impressive.
And that is really incredible.
Thanks.
Thanks.